Hello and a hearty welcome to Witty Facts. Today we're diving into the world of oops, that was costly. We're about to journey through a fascinating, sometimes hilarious, and often eye-wateringly expensive landscape of blunders. Imagine making a mistake so monumental that it changes the course of history. Now, imagine that mistake also costing a small fortune. That's what we're talking about today, my friends. We're going to explore the 5 most expensive mistakes in history. We're talking about shipwrecks, space telescopes, and even a whole state sold for pennies on the dollar. Can you guess what they might be? Well, don't worry. We won't keep you in suspense for too long. So buckle up, folks, as we embark on a journey of pricey blunders. First up, we have the Titanic, the unsinkable ship that, well, sank. It was a marvel of engineering, a symbol of mankind's triumph over nature, and a tragedy that still echoes a century later. The Titanic, the largest ship of its time, was touted as the epitome of luxury and safety. But an air of invincibility can often lead to complacency, and in Titanic's case, it was a costly mistake. Despite receiving multiple warnings about icebergs in their path, the ship's crew, confident in their unsinkable vessel, chose to maintain their speed. Now, imagine you're on a ship that's been dubbed unsinkable. You'd probably think, who needs lifeboats? Well, as it turns out, a lot of people. The Titanic was equipped with lifeboats, but not nearly enough to accommodate all of its passengers. This oversight, stemming from a flawed belief in the ship's invincibility, resulted in unnecessary loss of life when the unthinkable happened. On that fateful night in April 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg. The unsinkable ship began to sink, causing widespread panic. With not enough lifeboats to go around, over 1,500 people lost their lives in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. The sinking of the Titanic serves as a stark reminder of the dangerous mix of overconfidence and underpreparedness. It's a tale of a costly oversight that led to one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters in history. And just like that, the unsinkable ship ended up at the bottom of the ocean, taking a fortune with it. Next on our list, we have a mistake that was literally out of this world. You see, back in the day, scientists were eager to launch the Hubble Space Telescope into the great unknown. In all their excitement, they might have overlooked one teeny-tiny detail. The telescope's mirror, the very thing that was supposed to help it capture breathtaking images of the cosmos, was faulty. Now, that's like buying a pair of binoculars to watch birds, only to find out that you're stuck staring at a blurry mess of colors. So, how did this happen, you ask? Well, it was a classic case of measure twice, cut once. But in this case, the measuring part didn't quite hit the mark. The mirror was too flat by an astounding 2,200 nanometers. That's thinner than a strand of spider silk, mind you. Now, fixing a mirror here on Earth? No big deal. But when your mirror is floating around in space, that's a different story altogether. A team of astronauts had to be dispatched on a space shuttle mission to make the necessary repairs. And the cost of this little oops moment? A cool $100 million. It's a gentle reminder that even in the precise world of space science, things can go a bit astray. So next time you make a mistake, remember, at least you didn't mess up a multi-million-dollar space telescope. Ever sold something and then regretted it? Well, you're not alone. Let's rewind back to the mid-19th century when Russia was the proud owner of a vast icy expanse we now know as Alaska. But here's the plot twist. They sold it to the United States in 1867. The deal, just $7.2 million, which, accounting for inflation, would be roughly equivalent to $120 million today. Sounds like a bargain, right? Well, it was, for the United States, that is. Because just a few decades later, guess what they found in their newly acquired land? Gold, and lots of it. In fact, the Klondike Gold Rush of 1896 turned Alaska into a veritable treasure chest, making the US purchase one of the best real estate deals in history. So remember, folks, always check for gold before you sell your land. And last but not least, we have a tale of a lost orbiter and a costly mix-up. Now, let's embark on a journey to the red planet, Mars. Picture this. The year was 1999, and NASA was all set to make history with its Mars Climate Orbiter. This spacecraft was designed to study Mars' climate, atmosphere, and surface changes. However, there was a slight issue. A navigation team at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory used the metric system of millimeters and kilograms in their calculations, while Lockheed Martin Astronautics in Denver, who designed and built the orbiter, used the imperial system of inches and pounds. This tiny oversight led to the spacecraft missing its intended orbit, instead spiraling uncontrollably and eventually disintegrating in the Martian atmosphere. The cost of this mistake, a cool $125 million. So there you have it, folks, a costly lesson in why it's important to double-check your units of measurement. Well, that was quite a journey through some of history's most expensive mistakes. Let's do a quick recap, shall we? We began our journey with the Titanic, a ship so grand it was deemed unsinkable. But alas, an iceberg had other plans, and the rest, as they say, is history. Next, we looked at the Hubble Space Telescope mishap. A decimal point in the wrong place, and voila, we have $1 billion blurry vision. Then there was Russia, selling off Alaska like it was a garage sale item, only to discover later it was sitting on a gold mine of oil. And who could forget the Mars Climate Orbiter? All that effort to reach Mars, only to be lost in translation, literally, and there you have it. Remember, everyone makes mistakes, but not all of them cost millions. Don't forget to like and subscribe to wittyFacts for more fun and facts. Until next time.